the component parts of California's codes. As you may be aware, California has over 155,000 individual statutes. And these statutes are placed in one of 29 codes. In California, we give those codes names as opposed to the federal government, which gives the titles in which the federal statutes are contained numbers, and a number of states do the same. California's 29 codes begin with Business and Professions Code. They end with Welfare and Institutions Code. And of course, there are 27 other codes that are found between those two. So what are the component parts of these 29 codes? Well, for example, a number of codes, including the Welfare and Institutions Code here in Section 6, it says that division, part, chapter, article, and section headings contained in the codes are not deemed to govern, limit, modify, or in any manner affect the scope, meaning, or intent of the provision. So these are the component parts of the codes. So just as a bill has a format or a hierarchy, so does each code. Each code has its own hierarchy of provisions and organization, but generally it is code, then title, then division, then part, then chapter, then article, and then section, which is the actual statute itself. Now, does it get narrower than section? Yes. For example, in most of the codes, including here the Public Utilities Code in Section 7, defines the term section to mean a section of the code unless some other statute is specifically mentioned. And the term subdivision means a subdivision of the section in which the term occurs unless some other section is expressly mentioned. Now, we in California use the term subdivision and not subsection. So each code section is organized into subdivisions. So the highest level is the section. The small a in parentheses is a subdivision, followed by, in parentheses, the number 1. Next is, that's the paragraph. Next is the subparagraph, which is a capital letter in parentheses. And then we have a small letter, is the clause in parentheses, a lowercase. And then an uppercase or Roman numeral is the subclause. So again, each section can be gone even smaller into subdivision, paragraph, subparagraph, clause, and subclause. So those are the component parts of both the codes in California as well as individual code sections.